Hello, my precious brothers and sisters. It's March 12th, 2013. Very, very difficult day for me today, and I'm going to explain in just one moment. But I want to read the 23rd Psalm. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. I'm only going to take a moment of your time. Today is the anniversary, 13 years, of my only brother's murder, his death. He was killed by a drunk driver. What's good about this ministry here, this YouTube, and all of you wonderful, wonderful brothers and sisters is that we are always here for one another. I hope I'm always here for you to share in your joy and your successes, and when you're down and when you're hurting and your heart is broken, to comfort you and to lift you up in prayer. And I need to be comforted today and lifted up in prayer. It's very difficult for me. He was not only my brother, he was my best friend. I know it's hard to explain. Brothers and sisters, if you know someone, a family member, a spouse, a loved one that is addicted to alcohol, reach out to that person. Get them help. Lift them up in prayer. Pray that they be set free from this terrible addiction. Now the story with my brother. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. Most of you know my testimony, but in case you haven't heard. And he was at work. I was supposed to meet him at 3 o'clock in the morning and have coffee with him. And I got tired. I fell asleep. I actually owed him $5 too. I was going to bring him the $5 and have coffee with him. And I fell asleep. When I didn't show up, he went to the gas station down the street from where he worked and got himself a coffee and a few snacks. And there was a drunk driver driving a Mustang. He had his children in the car. He was driving at high rates of speed. The police report said in excess of 100 miles an hour. And he ran a red light. And he killed my brother. Now, throughout the court trial and throughout the sentencing, when I was in that courtroom and I stood up and I spoke to him, letting him know the lives that were destroyed because he decided to drink with his young children in the car. He showed no remorse whatsoever. But before my God and my Jesus, I forgave him. Now his children, the one child, they were seriously injured. The one child had 2 broken legs and fractured ribs and a punctured lung. He left the vehicle with his children in it and started to head down the highway on foot, trying to escape the police. They gave him 15 years, no chance of parole. But it's not going to bring my brother back. One thing I want you to know, um, my brother never touched alcohol, not a single day in his life, neither have I. And if you don't know the story, I will remind everyone. We grew up without a father. We had no father figure in our lives. Our father was a drunk, and he was an alcoholic. The only memory I have of my mother, um, I was 9 years old when she passed away, is a picture that I hold on to of her with a black eye that was given to her by my drunk, alcoholic father. And my brother and I made a pact a long time ago when we were kids that we would never do that to a family. And we stuck by that. We never drank alcohol in our life, never touched it. He was 2 weeks away from getting married to the love of his life when he was killed. Now, without fail, it didn't matter where life took us, my precious brother. No matter how far apart we may have moved from one another, every morning he would come over, and without fail, he'd have coffee with me. Every single morning, he was my best friend. Not only my only brother, but growing up, we did everything together. The memories we had together. Going to school, playing sports, everything we did together. But no matter what was going on in my life, I didn't have to hold it in. I could confide in him. He knew everything about me, and that was taken away from me. Well, this morning, I want to have coffee with all of you in memory of my brother Edward. Let's all have coffee in his memory. 13 years. Beloved, if you have a loved one, a spouse, a family member that is addicted to alcohol, get them help. Reach out to them. Lift them up in prayer that they be set free from this addiction. This is an addiction right from the pits of hell. It's what the enemy, it's what the serpent of old, it's what Satan uses to destroy the kingdom of the living God, to tear lives apart. Pray for that person. Pray that they be set free. Let them know the dangers of drinking and driving, of abusing alcohol or drugs, and how it can destroy lives and relationships and families. I can't bring my brother back, but I know as we all wait, and I wait with you for that trumpet to sound and for Jesus to break the sky. He is already there waiting, and I will see him again when I go out with my ministry. And you know, the majority of the people on the corners holding the signs, homeless and hungry, they really are homeless, they really are hungry. But there are those that are holding a sign and they're looking for their next drink. I do want you to know, in memory of my brother, something I can do for him. I minister to them. I tell them my story. I lift them up in prayer. And I pray my heart out to my Jesus, to my Father, that they be set free. I let them know the high cost of their addiction. I love you all. One more toast. To my brother Edward today. I love you guys. I know you are always there to lift me up. If you know someone that has a problem, an addiction with alcohol, minister to them. Pray that they be set free. I love you all. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will be okay. I love you.